You know, in my career, I've struggled to find good managers. And I've gone outside our four walls and brought managers from other restaurants, including chain restaurants. The challenge is they've all failed. I hated the fact that I had these supposedly great managers, but they failed in my restaurant. Have you had that challenge? I'm going to show you how you avoid that challenge right now. Hello, this is David Scott Peters of therestaurantexpert.com, and I feel your pain. I feel your pain. I've been there. I've brought in an Applebee's manager that talked about the Apple way, read every book, knew exactly the words to give me. I'm thinking I just hired the best manager I've ever seen in my life. This guy was so horrible in execution of his job, he didn't last 3 months. Have you had that challenge? Have you really said, I need somebody, and you pay them big money, they come in and fail? Well, part of that is they don't match your company culture. Part of that is your employees want to treat them like the bastard stepchild, or worse yet, a step parent that they don't like. And they're always trying to go around their back and ignoring them and basically being belligerent or not listening. Right? It may not be to that extreme, but you understand what I'm saying. They're going to test them because they're like, I'm going to outlast you, man. You're like the 5th manager's been through here this year. I'll be here tomorrow. You won't. Well, how do we avoid bringing outsiders and having them fail time and time again? Well, I'm going to tell you step by step right now. First of all, I have the opinion that I'd rather hire from within 110% of the time. I understand for some of you, you can't do that. You're opening a brand new restaurant. You got to hire from outside. But you're going to create your company culture. That's okay. But if I've been running for 10, 15, 20 years, it's really difficult to bring an outsider in and have anybody respect them. It takes way too long sometimes for them to get respect. And oh, by the way, they don't know how to do it your way, and they get beat up on the job every day by employees who say, get out of here. Well, how do I avoid that? Well, I want to hire from within. I also want to avoid the fact that the way I became a manager, it worked with me, but it never worked for me with somebody else. And that is you sit down your best employee and say, hey man, you got to take a step backwards to go forward. Don't you want to become a manager? Take my best line employee and say, man, you'd be a great manager. They freaking fail. 3, 6, 9 months, a year later, my best employee, now a manager, has become my worst, and they're gone. They quit or get fired. And I keep that cycle going on over and over and over again. Oh, how do I train them? Follow that guy. Well, I need to change that. I still need my people because I know them, they know me, they fit my company culture. Nobody cares more about the business than somebody who's been working it, especially from a line position, started from the bottom and moves up. So what I want you to do, instead of selecting the people you think should be managers, I want you to post on your employee bulletin board a little card that says special projects. Anybody willing to help with special projects, come see me. Now here's the deal. You have to let anyone and everyone apply for it. I don't care if you hate that employee, the one that comes to you and you think they're just a loaf. They're a lazy bum. Let them apply. Because here's the deal. Believe it or not, some of your employees need more structure, or they're like that class clown. Remember in middle school, the class clown that got in trouble all the time? It actually and they failed tests and all this stuff. They were actually brilliant, maybe the smartest kid in the class, but they were so bored they acted out. Well, some of these bad employees, those are the smart kids that are bored. They want more. So you say, hey, anybody who's interested in helping with special projects. Now, if you're watching any of my videos or working with me on any level, you got recipe cost cards, you got checklists, you got budgets, you've got, you name it, labor systems put in place, training systems in place. There's a ton to put in place. You need help. So you got to pay them, at least minimum wage, and you're going to get, worst case scenario, you're going to get projects done. But you let anyone and everyone apply for it. Don't choose. Let them all. Now what we do is we learn who's good at doing the work. Somebody may suck at it and you say, hey, thanks very much. And you don't fire them, you don't bruise them. They just move back in their line position. Don't do the extra stuff. You're going to identify people who do a great job and you're going to say, hey, great people. Have you ever thought of becoming a manager? I'd love to bring you in as a supervisor or a manager in training. Work a couple days a week or X number of hours a week as a manager on the floor. Do you have any interest? Some of the employees are going, no freaking way, dude. I love helping you with special projects, but no, I don't want that. Somebody else may go, yeah, that'd be a great idea. Well, of those people, we start training them to become managers. And of those MITs, managers in training, one's going to suck. And you know what? We're just going to move them back down to a line position. We don't have to fire him. We never promised him a full-time management role. We said, can you help? Well, we don't need your help anymore. Well, somebody's going to be good at it. And we're going to say, hey, have you thought about becoming a manager? Somebody say, no. You know, I don't want to give up my tip shifts, but I'll do this forever. Great. I've got a great supervisor I'll keep all day long. Somebody else says, yeah, I've always wanted to become a manager, or their life changed and they're having a family and they want a steady paycheck. And they come along. And the next thing you know, what I'm doing is auditioning my managers from the line position to projects, to a manager in training or supervisor, to a manager. And all the way along the road, they've been trained on our systems. They know our culture. We know the job they do, and we let them tell us they want to be a manager. This is huge. Stop that terrible cycle of going through good employees and making them bad. Stop the cycle of hiring from outside your four walls. In fact, I would rather run short-staffed on management for a year if that's what it takes me to take my people and elevate them and teach them my way, my systems. Let me ask you a question. Have you had success hiring outside, or did you have nightmares like I did? Share your stories in the comments below. I'd love to see. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel where I give you videos like this on a weekly basis. But before you go, I want to tell you about a free report I want to give you. The 10 lessons I've learned that any independent restaurant owner or manager must know to have any chance of making more money, get their life back, and have managers know what their job is. The information I provide you in this report can literally be life-changing. I've seen it firsthand. Make sure you opt in on the link below. And again, subscribe to my channel and tune in next week when I give you a tip on how you run your manager meetings to have success instead of having them run so long that everybody's tuned out. So, you know you need systems, and you know you don't have another hour to spare. How the hell do I put all these systems in place? You need help, you need managers, but how many? Have you ever asked yourself that question?